Oh, good evening.
Oh, you joined me. I don't know if the line's frozen. I've been trying to talk to her. So.
Hey everyone. I think I am. Oh,
Sorry, yeah, I'm back.
I know I'm having a hard time hearing music and everything.
Hi.
Hey, Nash.
You physically couldn't hold me. I don't care if you pushing 40. You can never little bro me. You're on step like Ginobili, from young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats.
Oh, you're on the plane. Awesome.
I just had to check to make sure that
My
your
goal
music
is
and everything is right. And that's the,
you verse me, that's to reach.
yeah, we're right now. Everybody. Oh, Eric's on a plane with Nash. They're on their way to Vancouver. Right? This is the first time that Eric can't talk.
We ready, been ready.
Pretty good.
I waited, my turn, on God, tell steady. I keep dropping back to back. I keep going if you let me.
And Divine's at home, holding down the fort, right, Divine?
I'm the one that yeah, Brody move.
yes. For now.
I'm just going to stop this music because it's driving me nuts.
There we go.
Perfect.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, what a mess. My phone's blowing up. Eric is sending me all these things to get ready. I'm getting them ready, and then all of a sudden, my PowerPoint doesn't want to work.
Oh, no.
He's drinking on the plane
Oh, good.
already.
I got it.
It's free.
Oh, well, what are you going to do?
Isn't it a free drink?
Alan, David Schmidt, of course, is always on. He was busting my balls earlier today.
yeah.
So. But,
Thanks, Andrew. It was a
Petrosky.
good weekend.
so, yeah, it was good.
Hey, we're
So
back.
I know what we all did on Sunday. So
Yes.
it was good. KidFish, right?
It was a great, you know
Oh,
what?
good.
It was a great time. The temperature wasn't the best, but you know,
Yeah,
still seeing all
we'll
those
talk about
kids,
it, though.
Cold.
Yeah.
seeing all those
We'll
kids
get into
fishing,
it.
hearing fished on was amazing, and seeing all those kids with happy faces makes the day, right?
Yeah.
Oh
so,
yeah, that was great.
Few
The
things to talk
executive
about.
team did a great job. Great job.
I didn't have a picture of you behind the computer again, Divine.
Oh, Eric took a picture of me. He posted it.
But you didn't
just
send it to me.
No,
You
that's
didn't
okay.
send it to me.
You get to see my
Thanks,
face
dude.
all evening.
It's all good. Well. Hey, Eric,
Well-
can you even talk? This is a first. Eric can't even talk.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
he
must be-
can talk.
I can talk.
He's just keeping
I can
it-
talk, but everyone's gonna.
That's okay. A lot of people talk
This
to
is-
themselves.
This is a first. This is a first that Eric is trying to actually be quiet. Wayne G.
Whisper.
Whispering.
Yeah, can hear you.
He's-
Whisper.
I can barely hear
Sort
you.
of.
I'm deaf. I'm deaf though.
Eric has to whisper. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a first,
so-
eh?
Yeah.
I think Eric's the same as me when I worked at the other place. They always said, "Don't yell, Leon." I'm like, I'm not yelling. This is just my normal voice.
Yeah. Oh well.
We left
So what-
Winnipeg late. So we're at an hour delay, so we're not going to land in Vancouver until after the show.
Or you guys? You're in the air right now.
Yeah.
He is.
Oh, okay. Wow.
We have Wi-Fi.
Air
Wow.
camera.
Yeah.
You should just put from the plane.
Look, he's playing. They don't care. Just talk. They might
Yeah.
even join in. Never
Yeah,
know.
run up and down the aisles to get the people going. At least.
Yeah. Find out who else was at KidFish.
These
Yeah,
guys will
right.
be talking about the KidFish Derby today, a little bit about the Bass Elites, and Sam Rayburn starts on Thursday, so join on the fantasy. And then the crazy Facebook SOS. I might have to talk when that comes up because
Oh
Don't
yeah,
get me
yeah.
Started. You don't want to get me started.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like
No,
channel
you're
my
not leaving.
inner
No.
short fuse. Like honestly, when it comes to that one.
The Nash just
Hi,
saw a
Darren.
Sasquatch on the wing, I think. There, so
Yeah. Yeah. So like
So
Eric
let's
said.
talk KidFish.
you're- Well, no.
Yeah.
Let's go to use the notes first.
okay.
Oh, news and notes. Okay, go.
Okay. So we know that on the weekend there was a Bass Elite series, not Elite, but it was the Opens at Sam Rayburn.
Yeah.
And that's that was pretty good. Wasn't a great showing for all the Canadians. I think Ian Water got 38th and Jamie Bruce got 65th, but still, I mean, you're what,
That's out
225 teams?
of 236 anglers, though. I mean, that's pretty good.
And
236. Okay.
and it was a run and gun too, right? It was literally just a one day shootout they had to do because
they had 2 days. 2
of the
days
weather.
Just it makes it kind of tough to change so much. So
yeah, and give we always say it, but give Jamie Bruce credit for, like, he didn't finish where he'd like to, but he continues to go down to these places and pick apart these waters. Like, imagine if he would have had a full weekend to fish, right? Where he would have finished.
I think that makes a difference too, not knowing that whole body of water and then knowing how they react when it comes to all that weather change. So, and then this weekend, what's that, Eric?
Oh, he paused.
Yeah,
he paused.
The Wi-Fi on the plane isn't all that reliable, I guess.
Yeah, and then this weekend's the elites, right?
Yeah, at the St. John's River, so that'll be pretty good. Divine, I actually think you got Adam Rasmus's fish. You got one of his fish there on that PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Okay,
he caught one on the weekend there.
He caught one on the weekend, a big bass. Where I got it here also.
Oh, here it is. There.
You know what
he caught a bass, was like 13.8.
For some reason.
And the thing that gets me is, like, we'll see this picture here. He caught this.
Yeah, 13.
He caught that, and then the day of the tournament. The day of the tournament, I don't even think he hit 13 pounds.
Well, no, he over 13 pounds, but 4 of his fish pretty much equal to that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He didn't like, his full bag didn't equal that pre-fish fish, right? Like.
But I didn't think they get this big.
Oh,
like, this is insane.
That's crazy.
Big largemouth.
And
big largemouth.
Yeah, it's the size of a cat, though. Like, Mike, I think your cats are smaller than this fish.
We know smaller. The other one's just a little.
And if I'm right, Rasmussen fishes KBI, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm just trying to figure out my mouse.
Do we have fish that big though here? Do we have?
No, I don't know.
That big, like in Canada, or?
Not largemouth.
Eric's shaking his head. No.
Wouldn't it be nice though?
Yeah.
Eric said
right.
Yeah.
Well,
so
we wouldn't know, right? We wouldn't know. We don't catch fish over 5 pounds or 4 pounds.
I gotta catch one over 2.5 pounds.
Even those ones. Exactly. I don't think I caught a bass that big. Never mind.
I need to catch a bass in a kayak tournament, let alone worry about a 10-pounder.
So last week I was working, so that was probably Eric and I were talking. That's probably the first show I missed in over 8 years.
Yeah, and it was odd not seeing you on there, but I know you're super busy there. So,
but it was a full Asian connection. So, congrats here to David Chung. So he ended up winning this Rick Amsbury Awards of Excellence for Canadian Angling Hall of Fame. So congratulations to him for that.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome that he won that. So,
and Big Jim there gave it to him, eh?
Yeah, so that's good. It's like you said, a lot of hard work pays off. So congratulations to him.
Yeah.
To him for that.
I'm missing it today, but then there's Wi-Fi, so maybe I can still go.
And
I'll just watch.
Eric's trying to explain everything to them.
Yeah. And back to the bass, I know we were talking about how weather changing. That Gussie posted today how it's cooler, like the temperature shifted down there, and he's bundled up today for practice. And he admits to himself too, like even in the video, that like where they're fishing this week, he's never really had much luck there. But it's tough. Like, you go to a place and you just can't catch. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say can't catch fish, but you just can't find them. So it's
well, he says that's his nemesis place, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think we all. Well, you know what I mean. I think those guys all.
For me, it's the Red River.
No, I was going to say red.
Yeah.
Red and the Pine Falls. That's my nemesis all the time. So, but he'll do good.
Tough, right? Like Canadian anglers going down like that. That's not their home waters. You're competing against people who fish every kind of condition.
Well, yeah, like that's a lot.
Like,
yeah,
you just can't. How do you compete with that?
That's
and
their
the fact that
backyard,
they
a lot of these
are,
guys, right?
Bad habits.
right? And the fact that they
He has
are,
bad habits on
like,
that
there's-
lake that he's got to change. His fishing
Yeah,
memories.
yeah.
Yeah.
there you
He
go.
says
Fishing
he's gonna try
memories, yeah.
changing it up this tournament, so we'll see. But I didn't pick him in fantasy. No.
Yes. I got to do some research.
Canadians picked in fantasy, I don't think. So,
Are you
yeah. Well,
are you guys in?
I
Oh,
mean-
I gotta
I mean,
remember
year.
this time to pick my
Yeah,
fantasy.
get your
Oh, I keep
Get your
forgetting.
picks in before you. Yeah.
Right? And there's like prize. Apparently, Eric said that there's prizes for every tournament. So there's a prize for
Not really.
everyone, not just the whole thing. So
Okay.
I got to remember to put in my picks because I always forget.
well, you better hurry up. You got 1 day, 2 days.
Oh, okay. I got it. Okay, I'll do that. I got to
Yeah.
put in a note. Remind myself.
Well, mine's just gonna pick the name she likes, anyways.
Yeah.
I do. What? It's been working.
And it works. It worked. You won the first tournament last year, didn't you?
Yeah,
Right?
that's right.
Yeah, and I just like
You were ranked
the way their name
if-
sounds.
yeah, top 10 in the nation.
Yeah, I
Well,
was.
speaking of getting lucky, Divine, you want to share that other slide there from Ice Fishing Manitoba?
Yep, there we go.
So this one here, can you imagine you lose your lure, you watch the fish for like just swimming around aimlessly with trying to shake that hook out of its mouth, and then towards the end of the day you end up catching it again?
That's
Yeah, I've
crazy.
never
Well, getting lucky.
had luck like that, catching my own lure back. You know, I have caught the odd pickerel rig or fish in near Lockport there with a broken hook in its mouth, but like this guy, he was so surprised, eh?
Yeah. Well, I was, I think I've only gotten lucky like that. Well, I got lucky this year like that. I pitched a swim bait out, ended up losing it, and I thought, oh, Christ, pike bit it off. And then I cast it out again,
Yeah.
and then I caught a walleye, and it had my swim bait down its throat.
Oh
So,
wow.
I guess I did get lucky once in a while.
Yeah. No, well, I've snagged my snags that I broke off a few times.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. You know.
not on that topic yet,
Works.
Brady. But oh man, don't even get me started.
Yeah, Brady there.
Yeah.
Like honestly, what? Can we go into
Hang
this?
on, Divine. Hold it back, Divine. Don't let it fly yet. Don't
Like,
let
I know,
it
this
fly.
is-
Before Divine flies off the handle, let's talk kids fish.
Yes.
Yes.
Divine, let's talk kids fish.
Okay. Yes. Let's
All
go on
right.
to happier topics.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
it
you
was
want to
an
give me the
awesome-
slide for the kids fish, please?
Sure. Let me see where it is here. There we go.
So kids fish happened on Sunday. What I don't know the exact numbers of how many people were there, like competitors. Do you, Divine?
I don't have that number. No, I only have the number of fish.
Somebody had told me there was like 550 tickets sold or something like that.
Yeah, I was
But
going
I'm
to say, I
just
think
wondering-
there's 350 adult and 150 kids or something like that sold.
Yeah.
And, but the number of fish that were caught is pretty good, eh? Like,
Yeah,
there's a lot.
551
Like
fish.
Divine, you were in the tent, so how many fish got caught?
Well, 551 fish were claimed, but I heard anecdotally that there was a bunch of fish that were not claimed, like they were either too small and didn't make the top 10 anymore, so they didn't bother claiming it, or for whatever reason they just I think there was a bit of a confusion this year because it's the first time they did catch photo release, right? And so the measurers were writing out tickets for them. I think some of the anglers thought that once they were given that slip, that it was automatically recorded somehow, and so they failed to go to the prize tent and give us the slips. So there was a couple of stories of that, and then a few stories of people just not bothering claiming it. So we're thinking there must have been at least 700 fish caught somewhere around there because there was 551 fish claimed.
Yeah. They're going to be picking on you today, Divine.
They
So
are
500
There was a catfish,
Five.
a perch, goldeye, pike. There was like 8 species caught. There was a sturgeon swimming around. A whitefish. There was a whitefish caught.
somebody caught a catfish,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Someone caught a catfish? We didn't see
Yeah,
that in the
20,
tent.
27, but they didn't register it. They didn't think that we'd count it, right?
Well,
So
and
Dave
it's
Alves
crazy.
there had 11 fish out of his 10. He just wants everyone to
Wow.
know that he was the best guy. 11.
Oh,
Although Nash and Isaiah had 10 in there. They had 10.
No, good job, boys.
Yeah, that's good.
And they were on
they
their
weren't
own
even in
most of the day.
They weren't even in the tent the whole time.
I didn't even see those two for the whole day.
Yeah.
So you know
well,
they're
they
having
came
a
in the
good
tent
time.
a few times. Yeah, see, Stu was saying that he caught. They measured a 25.5, and they didn't come in. It would have been second place.
Oh wow. Well, like you said, I think
Yeah,
it's
as well.
some kinks to be worked out, right? But we'll know better next year, and I'm sure it'll be advertised on what they should do when they get the slips, right? So
Yeah, Alves is a statistician.
Yeah,
tonight.
I think we have some
yeah, holy
ideas.
moly, look at him, yeah.
Those are my stats. I don't know where he got them from. He probably.
Well,
got them on
I know I registered
the
the perch
Facebook post.
for sure. That was me.
Well, the other thing too is without volunteers like this event, you know, it'd be hard to run, and there were so many volunteers.
That was insane. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's what Simpson says here. We were running around doing slip out. Before I went into the tent,
I think you got photos there, Divine. I
Chad
think
and
I gave you a bunch
Chad
of
and I
photos.
went. Yeah, Chad and I. So this is the Studley hole drillers turned measuring teams. So and this is not everyone, because they had to recruit from the security volunteers, and they also got one of the photographers. Mia was supposed to be taking photographs, and she ended up having to write out slips and measure fish because we just couldn't keep up.
Yeah, like it was crazy. It was like there's some of the people are missing out of this photo because we couldn't get everybody together right away. So
yeah,
and then I know that we all got free sharpenings for our blades.
Yeah.
Right. So that hats off to everyone that donated the free sharpening.
Thank you for that.
There's a few guys there holding up some of the free sharpening right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it was really good. I mean, if you looked at the weather, they said the weather was going to be really bad.
Oops.
But I don't think it wasn't too bad.
No,
a lot of it wasn't too bad. It got windy towards the later in the afternoon, but I mean,
but it waited like it literally like the last half hour maybe is when it picked up. Right? It wasn't a bad day at all.
No, it wasn't. But
it was cold when I was out there. I was actually thankful that Mike pulled me into the tent. It was so cold.
Yeah, we owe Divine big time for that one, by the way, Eric. So, and then Eric goes in there and change.
This is hard.
What?
I should be talking this whole time.
What did he say?
I don't know.
He said this is hard, not being able to talk.
He's being very silent today.
I don't know why he's not talking. Just talk. Yeah, and then there was So
here's the guys everyone in action. Pretty good.
That's the only time I seen Leon moving. Was right there. I went up to Eric and says, Eric, you know Leon sat in that chair for the last 3 hours. He hasn't moved.
Wow. Yeah. Throw me under the bus.
Oh, like right away, buddy. Gonna throw you under the bus.
We were good. I think we next year. I think we're gonna the hole drillers. If it's cold like that, we're gonna have a tent that we can have like our own command center from, and then just go from there, right? To keep warm if we have to.
I think so.
That would be a good idea for
that would be better.
For us. But
when we had mascots, there's Eric with the root beer.
Yeah.
A&W root beer bear. What do you finish?
He's one of my. Oh, look at this guy! Yeah.
Of course,
hey,
the
it's
CDP mascots with all the other mascots. I think somebody called you. I think somebody called you the CDP mascot today.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I heard that. I'm wondering why Buzz was so close to me. Look at him.
Oh, he's cold?
No, he's pecking at my chest. I don't know.
You were keeping him warm, Leon.
Yeah, I don't know. We were both happy.
I don't know. Leon, that's what he was doing.
My big head and my belly is a windbreak. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's crazy.
But I don't think the public really knows, like, whether it's a tournament that, that you guys are setting up, or a tournament like KidFish, right? How much really goes behind it? Whether it's the meetings like that, I went to just the last meeting for KidFish, but I know they happen I think once a month at least, like, and then closer more up to the date of the tournament. But the number of prizes that you guys get, and the volunteers, I didn't hear anybody complaining. Like, it was, it's amazing. Going to these things makes me really have, faith in the public again sometimes, right? Like, just to see that.
Yeah, it does.
It
was good to see everybody there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again,
hats off to the executive team. They did a great job. Like, I went to a couple of meetings, and usually, I just let Eric go, but I happened to be with him for one of them, and like the amount of thought that goes into every detail, right? Like, just parking alone was one whole meeting.
Yeah.
Right. And everyone was safe. They got on the water. They got off the water safely. Kids had a blast. That's all we could hear. I was a little jealous, although it was warm. I was a bit jealous. Matt Gelly and I were, looking at all the slips, and we're like, oh, look, you can hear people having fun outside, the dance party going on. You can kind of see the kids dancing. It would have been nice to be able to see that, but yeah, it kept us busy for sure. Like, with all those slips, I don't think we looked up until like 1 o'clock. When
it was a standard tournament for you, Divine. Just head down, looking at numbers, right? I think
that makes your day go by pretty quick when you do that.
Yeah.
We'll put it back on stage.
I went by pretty fast. I was, it was good that. It was good. I think for sure. I think it's a 2-man job. Like, that was a lot for Matt to do on his own, especially the fish rolling in the first couple of hours. And then the system we had in place this time, right? Like, people were holding onto their slips, and they'd come in with like 5 or 6 slips at a time, and it was like, we're getting 10 o'clock slips at 1 o'clock, and it's like, well, okay, now we're gonna redo this, and to get, Matt's not great on Excel either, so I was having to teach him on the
kind of like me with PowerPoint. Well,
yeah, he caught on quick though. He had to.
Like, you've seen Wayne G pop up there. He's been doing the food tent forever. Like, Wayne G runs a food tent. They do a great job in that food tent. There's hot dogs, chili, mac and cheese. I think there's pulled beef, pulled pork.
So good.
Oh.
And then, they had a little bit of
mac
coffee
and cheese
there.
with
they had
chili.
Grange chips.
It was so good.
So, yeah, it was really good. It was good. I mean, everybody had a great time. So, and then, of course, you got to have somebody that wins $5,000. And there it is, first place. Ended up getting a 26-inch walleye, like in the last, I think it was the last half an hour somewhere in there, the last 45 minutes.
Yeah,
so.
It was at 1:30. Funny thing is, he came into the tent. So he came into the tent, and he's like, here's my slip. I actually caught a 26, but the guy forgot to put down the 6. And we all look at him like, are you pulling our leg? Like, it's a 2-inch wall.
It's a good thing the picture was sent to us already.
Right. So he went back out, and he had to find the team that wrote out his slip, and he came back, and it was, we knew the team. They came in, and they're like, no, it's legit. He actually caught this. We measured it. So it was all good.
Yeah, and there's a big thanks going out to Big Smoke for the food for the event. So that's good. Thank you. Thanks again. So, yeah.
Yeah,
well, that's first place.
Okay, come on.
What's that? Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, thanks to everybody, the people in the parking lot, the food tent especially, like you guys in the tent, the hole drillers, everybody gives up time for this, and it's crazy, right? Like, it's amazing. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
What happened now? He's missing. He's put himself on. Oh, and there's Jen. I think Jen was getting sick that day. She wasn't feeling too good.
Oh,
yeah. Well, and it was cold. Her hands were frozen. That's why they missed the 6.
Yeah.
Eric's maybe eating a meal right now.
I think we
Maybe.
need to mute him for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then second place, you got. I think we got a picture of second place sitting there. There's first.
Yep. Oops.
Yeah.
Sorry.
20.
Second. Oh.
There we go.
Oh. There we go.
Sorry.
Oh, it's all mine. Mine's got to catch up too. So, congrats to Kyle. Apparently, this group won a lot of stuff. So the
Okay.
kids there, they won striker suits. They won a trip with Gone. He got they won a trip. So he won that trip, and then they won another trip or something. So this group did pretty good. They must have been in the right area.
Yeah, I think they were on the near the south.
Closest to the launch.
Yeah, the south side there near the launch. Yeah.
Yeah, where the check-in boat was for the fall, where Eric was bringing Nash. They were hammering them over there.
Oh, Eric's mobile now.
Yeah, he's walking around the plane.
He's going to the washer.
He's probably trying to find a place where
I
he can
agree,
hide.
Mike. Volunteer next year. If you guys want to help out, let us know.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice to get more people to help and more people to fish on the ice. So
I'm getting older. I may have to transition into the tent next year to help count. Mike had to pick me up from the ground there when we were folding tents up.
Yeah, and you're not even old yet.
No, I'm not. I'm just a.
Eric's walking around the airplane now. That's it. He's done.
He's done. Cut him off. Cut him off.
He's just walking around. So then I think, Divine, you got a picture with the top 10 there, right? Somewhere?
Yes. That's the top 10 adults and kids.
Yeah.
It's loud, I know.
So it's like 26. But see, you guys said there were some people that weighed in 25s, right? There's like 24 and a half there.
25 and a half, but they didn't come in to claim it. I guess, I don't know if they just didn't think it was big enough or.
I don't know. Either that or maybe they thought it was recorded and sent in. It's hard to say.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then here's the top 10 kids.
So I gotta swing over. There we go. Yeah, 17, 17, and and then just down from there, 16 and 3/4, 16 and a half. So I mean, there was lots of walleyes caught, but there's
Yeah, there
so
are
many
quite a
sauger.
few. 51 walleye, 25 and 26 with the adults. So 25 with the kids and 26 adults caught walleye.
I'm pretty sure Dave and I maybe had some stock I mixed in, but I think we just
disturber.
kept it as a sauger there. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So and then I think you can I think somebody will end up posting all the top prizes and that were there.
yeah, it's usually a couple days that KidFish puts it on
That's
their
right,
page. I
yeah.
think there. So
Yeah, and it was funny because I was
There's
sitting
a
there, I think it
20.
was
Yeah, we have it right here. The 2025 top prizes.
right there. So $5,000 cash was first place, and then Burntwood Lodge was second. A Garmin 106 SV, Eskimo huts, and E40 auger and chairs. So it just went all the way down. There's hummingbirds there. There's Gull Harbor trips. So there's a lot of good prizes.
So
oh yeah,
you can see at the bottom there, you'll see at the bottom it says Nintendo Switch for Cooper Scarf. So what happened there was the slip system, unfortunately mistakes happen and there was so many slips. We had 3 bins going and we accidentally missed Cooper's fish, which was an 18-incher. So his mom came into the tent and was like, I think you guys missed it. She came with her carbon copy and we went through all 551 slips and found his name. And we went over to, the executive team and was like, what do we do? He would have been 8th place overall, right? And he would have knocked out the top 10 adult, the 10th place adult. And that the executive team is prepared for everything. Everything.
Well, it's
They
good.
had a Nintendo Switch ready for him, and Cooper's face was just he just lit up. He was like, "Oh my gosh, that's a Nintendo Switch!" It was awesome. He's like, "That is that for me?" So, hats off to KidFish executive team for being prepared for every situation possible. Like, I mean, obviously, we would hope, you know, next year, hopefully, we have some ideas on how we can change the system a little bit so that there's less of that. But the fact that they were prepared for that was awesome.
And speaking of Nintendo
happy.
Switch, a good friend of the show, James Freeze, and they're from Freeze and Replicas, in his AY, I think it's I should quote his kitchen company, but I know he donated that. He asked me, "Do you know who won it?" So he'll be happy to know that it went to a good fish and to a good kid. So he'll be happy with that. So yeah, and he couldn't make it. He cut his finger pretty deep from making a replica, actually. So I don't know whose it was, but he gave himself a pretty good cut. He needed some stitches, so he would have been there yesterday, but he was at home.
So I was sitting there first thing in the morning, and I'm looking, and I see like, what's going on? Like all these natural resources truck, like one right after the other's coming down. I'm like, got nothing better to do with their time than come here and bug us. So it was pretty good. They were there. Had a good conversation with a few of them. So it was good to see they were there, and they were going from tent to tent and talking to people, giving stickers out. Hopefully no tickets. So
what's a good
they were
PR
actually
moment for
flagging
them,
us down. They were flagging us down. They were like, "Fish over here."
Yeah, so it was really good that they were there, but it was funny because the next photo, that one went on to Dakota, put it up on Ice Fishing Manitoba, and it was hilarious, some of the comments. So it was funny, like all the comments that were coming in, some of the people were laughing because they knew it was just for fun and stuff, but it was, I read some of the comments, I just shook my head. I looked up and it says, right away, this is social media for you. Instantly, something was wrong. Right away.
Think the worst, yeah. Well, I did when I saw it in our group chat. I was like, "What? Am I missing out on all the fun? What's happening? I'm stuck in this tent. Why is it?"
But they were pretty good. The kids were going in and out of there. They were letting them talk in a loudspeaker, turn on the sirens. They had a defender there also with all the lights on it. So it was nice to see that they were there. I just wish that there was more of them out there to do their job, you know, because they're spread pretty thin. So
yeah, and that's a story for another day, eh? Like, but it is really needed in our communities, right?
Yeah, it is. You know,
they were making sure that we were bringing those fish like at the hole.
Yeah.
No bringing them to the tent.
Yeah.
So they were really trying to make sure of that.
Well, that's good. But anyways, before we move on to the next topic, because once we start that topic, I don't think we're going to be able to talk about anything else. So got to thank our sponsors, Eskimo Ice Fishing Gear, Tech Video Security, Gone Fishing, Team Fui Automotive, and Carlos Cucina, and Acme Tackle for sponsoring the hard water season. So if I don't thank the sponsors, I'm going to get an ass whooping from Eric once he gets into Vancouver. So, but it was pretty good. But you know, like we said,
the lights on. So
yeah, somebody's got to keep the lights on. So
right,
but
that guy does kind of look like Garther, hey?
You didn't have a sandwich with him though.
And the guy's awake; he's not sleeping. Like Garther's always asleep all the time. So, but here it is, spread thin, right? Like these people, we talked about this, I think, about 3 weeks ago about these people that are hitting the ice, and they're just talking SOS all the time. Like they're going fishing by themselves, and it's nonstop. Like I think Eric was saying there was 2 or 3 yesterday, and then there's some today even. Like now you're expecting, like, it's getting carried away. People are trying to get carried away with it.
Well, and one of them, Eric said that was actually posted anonymously because it was his second time and he got lectured. Like, really? Did you learn nothing the first time? I can't. I think they should just, I think all these SOS, these social media SOSs should be banned. Like the administrator of these pages, I'm not going to tell you how to run your page, but honestly, it's just enabling people who are not even thinking of other people's safety. They're just being idiots. And that's what it is. I'm going to call it as it is. Maybe if these calls were like, you know, broad daylight, 3:00 in the afternoon, like, hey, you know, went to go start my truck. It's going to get late. We thought we'd try, you know, start heading off the water and we need help. But no, you're getting these calls at like 8 p.m., 9:00. Well, what did you think was going to happen? Be prepared to stay on the ice then. Like, you're done. You're not calling one of, like, and what if, what bothers me the most is it's going to be someone that I know or from our community that goes out there to save some, I'm not going to swear, idiot on the ice, and then they're going to get hurt, right? Injured or, you know, anything. And for what? Because you're just dumb? Like, if I was stuck on the ice, one, I wouldn't, because I'm not going to be that dumb. But two, I would go down the list. My calls would go to my brother, to Justin, Mike, you know, even Leon. Like, you know, I know you don't have an ice-worthy vehicle, but if
we'd figure something
you're the
out,
person I can get a hold of, right? We'd figure something out. But why are they going straight to strangers and expecting strangers to risk their safety to save their
because
behind?
We have an unwritten code of leaving nobody on the ice. That's why. But now it's getting abused. It's
gone too far.
Yeah.
Well, but
It's gone too far.
The unfortunate part is it's like crying wolf all the time, and eventually it's going to cost somebody's life.
Yeah.
That's the shitty part about the
well,
whole
Rick
thing.
Klim even posted there right at the beginning of the show that he just rescued somebody, right? Like, that's
Before
the
I make
reason.
the post, I will try everything in my powers to get out.
Yeah.
Like, I buried. Yeah, I know, it's just my quad. There was no way I was flagging anybody down because I was the idiot that put it there. So, I don't know. I just, I'm getting tired of all these SOSs because now it's almost like people are taking advantage of it.
Well, and see, so Mike Klatt's saying that, you know, keep cash on hand, but apparently there was a post where the guy was like, yeah, okay, I'll come out, but, you know, how much you going to give me to come out there? And the guy who asked for sent out the SOS was like, what? Like, they're expecting to get free. Out for free. Like, what?
Yeah. Well, phone a tow truck and see what it's going to cost you.
Well, we look at like
your buddy.
Yeah, like Brady here is like he has to have a direct line for his, but we've seen pictures of Brady fixing his vehicle on the ice because, like, you know, Brady goes out there and that's his job to do that. But how are you going to feel if you do call for help and, you know, somebody comes out and then they pull you out and, you know, they blow their engine or they get stuck or they blow an axle or something? Then what are you going to do? Like,
well, and it's
even
like the Real Connect says,
worse.
No one plans to get stuck. No, you don't plan to get stuck.
No.
But you plan to get out in case you get stuck. You have to plan for the worst and hope for the best. Not you don't just, oh well, who cares? Someone out there, some schmuck on social media is going to come out and risk their life anyways because I was too dumb to bring a shovel, and, you know, I don't want to put my friends in danger, so I'm just going to put it out there to the strangers on Facebook. Like,
yeah.
And I've been fishing with like you guys. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
If you go by yourself, bring a shovel, bring a tow strap.
Yeah.
Even bring a piece of 2x6 with a rope so you can stick it in the hole. Well, that sounded bad, but put it in the hole, sink it to the bottom of the ice so you can get yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, buy a come-along. Come-alongs are like $40. Yeah, you'll inch yourself out, but you're going to get yourself out.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have to spend money. If you're going to do this sport, you're going to spend $300 on a rod and reel. Least you could do is go and spend a couple $100 on recovery shit. So,
well, and that's the thing, right? So I get it. Like Real Canuck said, if we didn't have these SOSs on social media, they'd be stuck there. Well, no, you wouldn't, because if it's a real emergency, you can call a tow truck. You can actually call professionals that know how to get people unstuck safely, right? People that do it for a living. but they just don't want to pay. That's the whole thing. That's the whole point. I just think it should just be banned. Stop enabling the stupidity. Because if you don't have a lifeline, you're going to plan.
Mm-hmm.
And look at Brady. Like, yeah, he doesn't get compensated. So what happens when his stuff breaks?
And he's broke a lot of stuff this year. I remember talking to him. He said, "Yeah, I broke a lot of my stuff this year." So, but I mean, it's just going to keep going because that's just the way it is. That's human nature. People just want to do shit and then think it's okay for other people to come out and save their ass.
And like me personally, even even when I had a vehicle, I guess that could go on the ice, I wouldn't go by myself to the lake. I'd go to CIL. I'm going to end of Maine, the float plane base. It's very close. Even if I was stuck, I'd be able to make it to shore to be able to wave somebody down. But I've put off going home on the lake because, like, even though I could see shore, I didn't know which way to go, like to get there without getting stuck. Right. So I've waited for you guys, whether it be Mike or Eric or other guys that I've with, so we can follow each other, right? So it's to go on the lake by yourself, unexperienced. I just don't know why people do it.
Well, I mean, that's the problem, right? There's always going to be somebody that's going to go out there and save them because it's just you don't want anybody to be stranded. But unfortunately, people are just doing it for themselves.
But I just can't, like, honestly, how could you live with yourself if that were me on the ice, stuck? How could you live with yourself if someone else was injured or lost a life because of your stupidity? Yes. Or because you didn't plan to get off the ice earlier before nightfall, or you didn't plan to, because start your truck every couple of hours or every hour. Like Eric said, we fished the last hour that we were going to fish because, the truck's acting up. We've already got boost by, we always go out in groups, but it wouldn't start. So the last hour that we're fishing, the truck is not turning off. We're just not going to shut it off because we don't want it to get, we don't want to get stranded. And we're with a big group. We're always with a big group.
Yeah, it blows my mind.
But that's the thing, right? People are so entitled and all about it, and it's all about themselves. Like, they don't really care, right? Because they're not thinking about the person that has to come rescue them. Well, it's the same with open water too, right? Like, don't go out there.
You know what the nice part about this conversation is? You guys are starting to sound like me. You guys have been picking on me for years for being a miserable old prick. Now you guys are all.
I'm not being a miserable. You know what? This when it comes to safety and water safety, I was a lifeguard. I am big on water safety. You have to plan for the worst always when it comes to water because it can change, right? It can change and pull you under. It did. And don't risk my people, like the people that I care for, don't risk their lives just because you decided that you wanted to take that risk. You want to take that risk? Fine, take that risk, but be prepared for the worst. And don't risk anybody else's lives.
Here's the thing with a lot of these new anglers too, I think, is that like they see pictures from the tournaments. They see these guys post, 28, 29, 30, 30-inch walleye. And guess what? These are the guys who've put in.
You're not going to keep up with them.
Yeah, I know. But these are the guys who put in a lot of time on that lake, and they found spots or they're guides, and they know what they're doing. If you want to go out there, if you're 1 year into the sport and you think you're going to go to the lake and catch a 28, you may. But at the same time, go to CIL, go to Lockport, catch a bunch of saugers, enjoy the day. Like, maybe want some food for your table. Well. So you get 4 fish or whatever, right? Like the chance of you hitting a big one on the lake, if you're new, pretty slim, right? Just go somewhere safe, enjoy the day, don't get stuck. Don't be an idiot.
And even if you do, like I get it, go on the lake, but go with people or have the equipment. And like Clat was saying there, you have a $4,000 live scope, but you don't have a proper shovel. Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Toe straps, those are all under $100. Like, come on.
You could go to Princess Auto today and probably get a very decent pair of toe straps for $40, and like the link to hook up, and you're good.
I just bought 2. They're $75.
Okay, well, you know what I mean, but
Still
still,
under
either way,
100.
right? $75.
But like back to what Brady just said here, like half
Yeah.
the time you don't know where the hazards are. They're just going to pop
Right.
up. So for somebody like myself to just go out there at night and then all of a sudden you got blowing snow and it covers a crack, now I'm stuck out there too. So
Yeah.
that's what's going to happen. Then what do I got to do? Then I got to send out, ask for help. So I just wish people would kind of think of others as opposed to themselves. So
Or whether it's that or like, there's a blizzard coming, but I'm still going to go out on the ice. Like,
Get off early. But then get
Well,
off
get off
early.
early,
Or
guess what?
whatever, or just don't.
guess
Go to
what?
the river.
It's -30 today. Like by the weekend, it's going to be like -5 or -10, right? Like just hold off. Like fishing will be
And
there for you.
Back to your point, Leon, if you're looking to catch, the 28s and 30s that, the tournament anglers are catching, they were catching that on the first tournament on the red.
Yeah.
There is no need to go on the lake because you're going to catch those 28s and 30s on the red.
Look at the KidFish, right? Like look at the fish that were caught there, right?
Right.
25s, 26s, like they're there. Just be patient. Have some fun.
I give up because I can't catch any big fish anymore. So I don't care. But pretty soon it's this time.
Yeah.
Got to do this extension thing.
Yeah.
Can you
What kind
imagine
of
doing that
scoop
by hand?
What kind of scoop you use to get the slush out of that thing?
I don't know. Man, that thing's crazy. Oh well. Yeah. See, that's the thing though. In the States, they do things a little different, right? They plow roads, they do a whole bunch of stuff. Nobody here wants to do anything because then it's the accountability if something happens.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why we never see our winter roads plowed in Manitoba and Lake
But that's
Winnipeg.
because of people and they're right. Like Ryan's right. Like the people are so entitled. They would if they would plow and just say like this is just out of courtesy, like whoever owns a whatever to do it. But then people would be like, well, why isn't this plowed? Now I got my truck stuck. Well, no, instead of just saying thanks, that you know what I mean? Like it just blows my mind. The people have something bad to say about Good Samaritans. Like I'm sure, I mean, I haven't seen anything, thank God, but I'm sure there's people out there complaining about KidFish and how it was run just because they're that miserable in life.
Yeah. I'm right here. You don't have to say that. Come on. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Well, whatever. For all of you that go by yourself and you get stuck, you deserve it.
Yeah.
Stop putting other
Well, maybe they have friends, and that's why they're going on their own, and that's why they have to put the SOS on Facebook. They don't have any friends.
Oh,
so I'm getting hot here. Sorry.
Bring on here, Leon.
You want a strip? You want some strip music? Let's see if I can find some strip music for you. Jesus.
Sorry.
Jesus, you're stripping, Leon's. I mean, Divine's taking my place as being grumpy. Oh, what's going on around here?
It's a twilight zone.
Right. It is a twilight zone.
We're not, you know what? I know we're calling people stupid for going out there on the ice by themselves and not planning things, but you take the time and really think what you're doing, right? Like you're going out to one of the biggest lakes in the world. Like, to be honest, right? It's one of the biggest lakes in the world, and you're going out there, whether it's in your car, your SUV, or your 4x4, and you have like one sandwich, a can of pop, and no heater or a tent, and you have a plastic shovel. Like, you have to remember where you live, and what's going on out there, right? Like
that's the key. Remember where you live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
well, and I mean, Rick claims he fishes a ton by himself. Yes, Rick, you do probably, and I get that, but you're probably going to go down your list of people to call before you throw out an
Mhm.
SOS to a bunch of strangers, and all you do is like, you know, a quick thank you. That was great. You know, like you're going to, first, you're prepared. Second, you have a list that you're going to call, and then you go on to you know, those public pages.
But like again, like Rick's saying that he goes out, yeah, but he knows what, not he doesn't know what, like he knows what to do when he's out there. It's fine if
Yeah.
it's fine if you can go out and you know what you're doing, but don't go out inexperienced with a year into this, like you just bought an auger and you just bought a tent. Lake Winnipeg is not the place for you to go.
Right. And or you show up there with like a vehicle that's not ice worthy. Like, don't go on the ice in a Civic and expect to get through all the drifts. I don't know.
Come on. There's people that go out there in a Beamer with their little dress shoes and the girlfriend gets out in stilettos. I've seen that.
Have
It
you
blows
really?
my mind. Yeah. Gimli. They all show up with their little Beamers and then they're wearing dress shoes like they just came from church, for Christ's sakes. I don't know.
Yes,
Whatever.
exactly. And the people that on your list do know how to do a recovery. Like,
Yes.
and it might be that they don't have, like I said, like that's mean to say that they don't have any friends, but maybe they don't have friends that are outdoors types. So yes, I get that. But at the same time, there are emergency services for situations where it could be life or death. And it shouldn't be a public ice fishing page, because yeah, there is that unwritten rule. And, you know, most of the people, I think probably 100% of my friends and the people that I associate with would drop what they're doing in a heartbeat to save somebody. They would. But that just bothers me so much to know this, and that their life could be on the line because someone was just that not prepared.
No,
Right?
It's funny that everybody thinks that I'm joking about this dress shoe thing. I'm not kidding you. They were wearing dress shoes. I just shake my head like, what are you doing? Whatever. Yeah. Anyways, this weekend on Sunday, it's the Frostbite tournament at Balsam. So this will be a good one. This is number 3.
Yeah.
This will be number 3. So, and all that's going to the Bush
Road
Beer Finale.
Road to the Bush Championship. Yep.
That's it.
Bush. Smooth taste, great value.
You know what? I just like that, the way he says Bush. I like that for some reason. I don't know why. I just want to hear it again.
Bush. Smooth taste, great value.
Yeah.
Some guy in the marketing department just got paid a big bonus, like think of that one, eh?
Yeah, that's right, eh? That's funny. Oh, man. Oh, well. Well, I guess what do we got now? Oh, I know what we have. I don't know. How
We
come
have
when
any?
Eric plays it, there's always sound? Is there any sounds? There's no
I
sound.
heard something. I didn't hear him roar though.
Yeah. I didn't hear
Maybe that's
that,
Eric
but-
roaring in the background.
I didn't hear anything. Whatever. Yes, we got Beast of the Week. So before we start Beast of the Week, we're going to go here. So Bo wins January's Beast of the Month winner for the kids. Like, look at that smile. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's good. Okay, Divine, you get to scroll. We get to talk.
Oh, yes.
I threw everything together, but I can't get it to work on mine. So there's Nathan with a PB Laker. He's all excited for that one. Sent that in. I think it was like around 35. I think it was around 35 or something like that. So
that's a nice one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, we need the Lakers this year.
Yeah, I'd like to, but no time. I have no time to look for Lakers.
We've been saying that for the last 4 years, I think, that we're going to go.
I know.
Oh my God, Eric is like,
that was so much fun.
Okay,
Eric's
I put you on, Eric.
Year.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah. Hi.
He's
There you go. Yeah. He's like, hello. He's messaging me too. Jeez.
I know he's messaging me too. So
I like his
anyway,
bad Wi-Fi.
there's Rick's 29-inch PB, nice greenback.
Yeah.
The tail off.
Yeah, tail's cut off. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a 95% nice picture.
He has a nice fish.
yeah, it's all good. Maybe I cut the tail off. I better look at the photo that was sent to me.
Oh,
That's it. I'm gonna get
Jeff
puckered.
204.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
He's
guy's
always
relentless
fishing.
here. Yeah.
I don't know what size that was,
Yeah.
but Jeff, he just keeps going out there, pounding away on him.
Yeah.
He can't wait till kayak season 2, I bet that guy.
I know.
Oh, I know.
You know, he goes like crazy on the kayak. I'm just looking to see right now if I cut the full the tail off. No, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Petrowski is out, probably pre-fishing for the weekend, but
Yeah.
he's got that one there.
Fishing, yeah. I was gonna say.
Look how big that,
That's
like,
good.
I don't know how big that fish is, but just think how big that fish is getting. Look at the size of that tail. Like,
That's a big tail.
paddle. This is Caden Q.
I'm going backwards.
Colton.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, oh,
Andrew. Oh, there he is
Sorry.
again.
So yeah, nice.
Sorry.
How big was that one, Andrew? Petrowski, how big was that fish? He
Yeah.
wasn't telling us what it was. So, holy Jesus.
Look at Eric. He must be on top of their roof there.
Justin, Mike Mrs. Bush. Not that bad. No, not that much. Colton Single. I don't know. I just like black golden wall.
That's a great picture.
That's
Colton's-
29 and 3/4.
That's a nice
Like
one,
that's
yeah.
an awesome. That's
And
a
Colton's
great
one of our
wall.
anglers, along with Andrew, right, who are in this weekend's Icebreaker Elite Series. So,
Yeah. I agree with you, Wayne. Yeah, that's.
So Andrew said it's a 28 and a quarter.
Is that what it is? 28 and 1/4.
okay.
Mhm.
It's funny how we all call them fat girls, eh?
Yeah.
Next, Caden Q.
Kaden
Nice
Q, not to
perch.
be. I didn't put all the. He had a whole pile of them, so I just put that one in.
Yeah.
So, but he had a whole pile of perch.
Yeah, perchy there,
It says
yeah.
14
And that's a
ers.
7
14
striper?
ers. Not 15s, but they're
7
14 ers.
14s, yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, it's good.
There's another
Colton
one,
Singles,
another
there's-
perch.
Yeah,
Yeah, not to be left out. I think
but he
that
was.
was multi-species day. They had 4 fish, 4 different kinds, I think, that day.
Yeah, they were trying to go
Oh.
for pike that day. That's what he was talking about. They were,
Yeah.
he was supposed to be going for pike or something like that.
I haven't seen a lot of pike. Like there yesterday at the KidFish, there was no pike. There was one pike. And maybe that's why there were so many saugers, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The piker moved out, and the saugers and crappie moved in. There's a
Yeah.
nice one.
Yeah.
What are you
that's a nice-
seeing? Eric says, "What are you seeing?"
We're seeing
Nothing.
nothing, Eric. We're seeing just the
Nothing.
emoji.
A circle.
Nothing.
No, you're down.
Nothing. He's getting mad because it's like one message
Yeah.
after another.
This is a nice catcher by Les.
Yeah. Les caught this one 30 and 1/4.
That's-
That's like you're talking about tails. Look at that
Yeah,
one.
look at that thing. It's a fan. That can
Yeah.
fan me cool here.
That's crazy. I have to look here. I got to see what's going on with Eric. No.
Okay.
Eric, all we were seeing is just a little, no camera. It's like you have no camera going.
Was that the last picture? Oh, I think that's the last
No.
one.
Is it the last
There's no
one?
more. Okay, so who's
No.
yeah.
Last was the last
So
one.
who's is that
Who's
the
the
one?
beast
Yeah,
of the
I don't
week?
know.
Go
who's
ahead,
the
Divine.
beast of the-
Pick one.
I don't know. I like this one, Jeff 204. That's a good one. It's hard. He's always fishing on his own, so it's hard to get a good photo. But this one, he got most of it in the light.
Yeah.
Still, the composition is not great. This one, I might have to go with the Laker guys.
Oh, you got to pick
Just 'cause-
one. Just pick.
I
we're
know.
gonna go 3. Leon, pick.
You know what? I'm really liking Colton's walleye there in the tent. Just the
Yeah.
like the gold and the green and the
I like that one.
Colton just won. I know
Okay.
Colton just won a few weeks ago,
Colton
but I mean
wins.
that's a great
Did he?
picture. Wow, yeah, it does. You know what? He's coming up with some great fish lately, but like this is a great photo. The color's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Nothing against any. We had lots of great entries this week. I'm not going to lie there, but this one
Yeah,
to
but-
me is
I really like this
All
one.
right. Colton it is then.
Colton single it is. So, but just because there's no pike, we're going to run a little bit of a contest. We're going to give away a couple of tickets to the Falcon Winter Fish Off.
Nice.
So
Okay.
we got some tickets to give away. So we'll probably for the next couple of weeks we want to see some pike pictures, put them in, and then what we'll do is we'll just pick a winner out of those pike pictures over the next couple of weeks. So we got a
Awesome.
bunch of tickets to give away.
And
Doesn't come
if
in at
anyone
all.
wants to volunteer, like that's another fun derby to volunteer at the Falcon Lake Fish Off. Give Ian Young a shout and let him know. Unfortunately, Eric and I are gonna miss it this year. We had so much fun last year, so did Nash fishing it.
and let's hope for
We
some
stayed the
warmer
next
weather
day.
for it this year.
I know, and then we tried to fish the next day, but it was so
And it was
cold
horrible.
that there was no fish. So hopefully this year it's a little warmer. It's gonna be a lot warmer where I am. So good luck to
Well,
everybody.
it's 10 grand to win.
Yeah.
They've
And then there's
they
that.
got quad to give away. They got so much to give away. It was just crazy because I did a little bit of a quick blurb at the beginning of the KidFish with him, and he was telling me exactly what they were giving away. So there's a whole pile of stuff to give away. So it's well
either
worth-
enter it or volunteer, but you should be out there. You don't want to miss out on the party.
No,
because that's a good time there. So, oh no, here we go. Now I got to pick a song to go out on.
oh wait, let's go over
What do you want to go over?
Icebreaker Elite Series this weekend.
Yes.
Bassmaster Elite Series kicks off. Look on the Casting Deck Podcast Facebook page. You can join the pool. Password and the entries there. So do that, people. Get in there, make your picks, and cheer on our Canadians. And have a safe trip, Eric and Divine.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'll be still here for the Icebreaker series on Sunday. So
Yes.
tune in. We'll be on air.
Tune in on YouTube. Yes.
10 o'clock again on YouTube. I'll be nice
And I'll
and
make
warm.
And I'll make some posts about that for everybody too, just so they remember that. So
Mike will be out on the water, on the ice. So if you see him, wave him down and say hi.
Yeah. Don't bug me though.
don't talk to him. He'll be
I
busy.
got to try to figure out what to talk about all day.
He'll be busy for 5 hours.
That's why you have to find anglers and they'll do the talking. You just
That's
hand
right.
them the mic.
So that's what I'm gonna do. Drive around and find anglers and get stuck and put out an SOS.
There you go.
Have a safe week, everybody, and we'll see you on Monday. And Eric will definitely be back to make up for what the talking he didn't do.
I'm just waiting for him to yell at us after. You guys, some dead spots.
Okay.
We didn't
Have a
have
good
any
one.
dead air.
We did good today. We did good.
Yeah, have a good one.
Okay, take care, guys. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.